Good evening from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Tuesday, March the 9th market update. On the economic front, wasn't really any market moving type data today. So on deck for tomorrow, we will have the Treasury budget and the petroleum status report. The dollar and silver was up today. Gold, copper, and oil were down. So take a look at the UUP, the dollar ETF. MACD still down, but it's kind of leveled off. I'm not seeing any strength or weakness. It's just kind of hanging around up here, not making much movement at all. I won't take a look at the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point Figure chart today because, crude's just kind of bouncing back and forth. So light sweet crude futures were down today 38 cents to settle at 81.49. So basically just, flat from yesterday after they took back yesterday's move. So let's go take a look at the Dow. Dow closed up 11 points to 10,564. S&P closed up 2 points to 1,140. Nasdaq closed up 8 points to 2340, and the Russell closed up 2 points to 669. So the Russell was the largest percent gainer, which continues to lead us higher. It was up 0.38%, and the Dow was the weakest again today, up 0.11%. Sorry about that. So we're here. This candle on the Dow, it could be, it wasn't really kind of a shooting star, but it can be just consolidation. So we're still kind of sitting right here. MACD still looks good, and I still believe that the market is definitely, S&P is going to try really hard to touch this 1,150. At one time today, I thought we might make a lower high here, a lower high from here, and turn down, but that really didn't come to fruition. So, the MACDs went higher here, and it's looking good. So there's really no change, no sellers, buyers. It was pretty even today. Obviously, there were some more buyers than sellers, but market's still hanging in there, and tech is particularly performing well. And of course, your small cap Russells. Of course, the volume still continues to be really light, but that's okay. There's a lot of stocks that the volume really high in if you're picking and choosing the right stocks. So let's take a look at the gold, GLD. So gold is touched this uptrend line, the one I have drawn here on the daily. Again, not much movement in gold. MACD's kind of rolling over just a little bit on gold. Silver come off its lows today. Silver is actually holding up a little bit better than gold. JJC ETF, MACD's kind of flattened out here, the copper ETF, and it's right there at the uptrend line. So we'll see if it holds that, or it even could come back here a little lower. So we'll see how copper goes. It'll really depend, I'm sure, on the dollar and the euro. You can follow it via the FXE. FXE was weaker some today, but it actually, get that out of the way, it did come off its lows, so it wasn't looking too bad. Let's take a look at the VIX. And the VIX is kind of looks the same every day. We still around this MACD area. We have gotten a teeny tiny bounce. It was up a whole 0.73% today, so there's really no volatility in the index. But the MACD is starting to curl a little bit to the upside, but it's still mostly flat. Let's look at financial XLF. XLF volume coming in today and breaking out a little bit above the downtrend line that I have drawn on my chart, and the volume's coming in. So financials actually are looking pretty good. You might want to take a look at maybe Bank of America or something like that, BAC. So let's go look at the sectors. So 5 of the 16 sectors I follow finished in the green today. Industrial Transportation Index had the largest percent gain of 1.09%. The gold index was the weakest again today, down 1.08%. So I can assure you gold will not continue to be weak too many days before it'll probably wind up back up here. So you want to keep your eye on your gold stocks. Let's go over to ChartWatch. And we got a few new ones and a few of the ones that I still like. So Accenture, ACN, volume coming in, MACD's curled up, broke out today with some good volume, so keep ACN there on your list. You could probably actually buy it, especially if there's any little weakness as we open in the morning. As long as it holds around that where it broke out, you should be good to go. NVIDIA, another one, the volume's coming in today on NVIDIA. It's got this triangle, and it was trying to break out today. Typically, if as long as tomorrow's decent, it should go much higher, and I would target well 18 initially, but up here back at least to the 19 area. RIM, it had to rest just a little bit today, but it looks fine. Still good volume. I mean, it might come back here and retest where it broke out, but RIM's still looking good. Dell had volume coming in today. I said to watch this yesterday, watch this triangle, and it did poke out there a little bit above the downtrend line, and it's got some volume coming in. Still good to keep on your radar and good to play. Marathon Oil broke out above the downtrend line here, and now it's just kind of sitting here. So as long as it stays up here in this area, it doesn't go lower, then Marathon should be still a good long. Southwest Energy, one of them I'm in actually. This is looking really good. Tons of volume kicking in today, and it did close below this resistance area here, right here. It's touched before this 44, but with all this volume coming in, the MACD curling up, I think it should make some should have some more to run to the upside. And as we get closer into the spring, the oils will probably start taking off again anyway. Marvell, I like this triangle. It's kind of got it could be a symmetrical triangle, and it actually could come down here and retest down here, or it could be more of an ascending triangle and near breakout. Had tons of volume here on the earnings, and so watch Marvell for a breakout. Toll broke out today. I said to watch this one, and it did. But tons of volume coming in, and it had a nice breakout today out of the triangle. CVX, it's resting here, but once it takes out the high right here, the high at 74.88, as long as it does it on some good volume, it definitely should be good to go for probably about a $4 move to the upside. CMG, these are back to these ones that you should buy on dips. CMG, buy it on dips. GMCR, you could buy it on a dip. Panera, starting to get a little dip. Like I said, the middle of this candle might be the first stop, and be better if you could get it down here closer to 75 though. CAGC, another one. It's actually had a lot of volume trying to sell it today, but it didn't really do a good job of it, did they? It's still kind of hanging out there, but another dip buy. Hess, keep your eye on this, especially as it breaks out. Either it comes down here and it holds, or it breaks out above this day's high here at 61.81. Still like ABX, as long as it can hold the downtrend line here around 39, you could probably get in there for a low risk entry and bail out. Give it about a 50 cent to the downside move or so before bailing out. PCL, still like it. That volume picked up over the last couple of days. Now it's just kind of hanging out. Chicago Bridge and Iron had a breakout out of the triangle, pulled back. It's still holding in that area. That's fine. Rhino, as long as it holds around this 22.50, it could close above there, then it should be fine. You can actually, buy it there, but you're gonna have to give it probably 50 cents to the downside because it moves around a lot sometimes during the day. Manpower looks good. It's resting there, it's consolidating a little bit. AK Steel, watch for the breakout. VPrint keeps wanting to go higher. You could probably get it here. It'd be a good dip buy if you can get a dip in it. Radio Shack, I like it right around this, if it can hold the support area. Had a big volume here on this move here. And the ags are just hanging out, consolidating, which is typically bullish. AGU, pot. All right, so let's go take a look at the current market signals. We follow the point and figure charts of the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P. And move today on the NASDAQ actually increased the price objective again today on the NASDAQ. Now it's 2,660. Here's, I didn't look at the McClellan. I keep forgetting to do that. McClellan actually pulled back a little bit today. So if we can consolidate, the more we consolidate, the more this will start dropping down, which is a good. Of course, we're still overbought, but would be good to rest here a little bit. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ on the point and figure chart. So new price objective, printed another box above where with this major resistant line up here, we're above that now. That looks good. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching InvestSharp's daily market analysis.